What is up? What's good? What's going on? How you doing? How you been? I'm gonna try. It's like the third time I've tried to make this video. We'll see if we can do it without interruption this time. I keep getting phone calls and stuff that just interrupted. We're gonna do. I'm in the hotel right now. This is the Hilton. Not much of a view. We're on the third floor. It's the Home2 True Hilton. I've been here. This is day 2 that I've been here, so I've got it all messy already. But we'll go over orientation. Hey, discuss orientation day 1. Just finished day 1 of orientation. I'm gonna plop down on the bed. And I'm going to do I'm worn out, man. So, oh man, actually, I've got it nice and cold in here. I've got the air conditioner set to 64. Let's put some blankets on. I want to go to bed so bad, but I also I don't have anything I really need to do tonight. I could get, there's 5 training videos that I have to do within the next 15 days. But I'll have plenty of time to do them once I get back home. But I have a ton of crap I need to do once I get home. The director of owner-operators and the brokerage at USA Truck, Brandon, called me today. We'll talk about that. Talk about orientation. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I didn't sleep well last night. This room sucks. The walls in this hotel are so paper thin, and there's a really busy state road out front, and a lot of people with loud exhaust. Oh my goodness, I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm really tired. It's 6:30 p.m. and I'm probably going to go to bed really early. I'm probably going to go to bed by 8 p.m. But what is going on? What happened in orientation? Well, there were 3 main things that we did. We filled out paperwork. We did training, and we bought stuff. So the paperwork we filled out was our Comdata card paperwork, which I had already done. Nobody else in the class apparently had done that except me. And I forgot what other paperwork we filled out. We trained on several things. We did safety training, hazmat training, policy and procedure training. Just lots and lots of training. And we just went through the training so fast. And a lot of it was, if you do this, you're going to have your contract terminated. If you do this, you're going to have your contract terminated. If you do that, you're going to have your contract terminated. I don't remember 90% of the things they told me would get my contract terminated. But that was basically what most of the training was that if you do any of these things, you're going to get your contract terminated. And they just flew through it really quick. It was like somebody reading terms and conditions on a credit card or something over the phone. It was just like they were rushing through everything. It sucked. One of the first things we did was a hazmat test. And they told us, if you fail this test, then you're going to have to come back to orientation. And you're not going to be able to go back through orientation for at least 21 days. So they said you're going to have to go through the qualification process all over again, and they're going to have to schedule you for orientation again. Yeah, so everybody took the hazmat test very seriously. It was not like completely open book where you could use any resource. You were allowed to use the hazardous materials. What the hell is it called? Hazardous materials data sheet or something. There are two hazmat books. One of them is the emergency response guide book, and the other one's the hazardous materials whatever. You're able to use those two books and a chart that basically told you what hazardous materials can be transported together and what can't. Those are the only things you were allowed to use. You couldn't phone a friend, you couldn't Google it or get a 50-50 or anything like that. So it was a harder test than the test that I had to take to get the endorsement. It was only 30 questions. They did not tell us what percentage we had to get to pass. What happened was we took the test. It was timed. We had an hour to take the test. It took me 45 minutes because I looked up everything, or I tried to look up everything. There were some things I couldn't find in the books. There were some things that I just had to take a best guess at. And once you finished, you turned your paper in up the front, and then you went back to your desk. She would grade it real quickly, and then she would call your name out and give you a thumbs up if you passed, and you would leave the room. If you didn't pass, you stayed in the room. I didn't really pay enough attention. I didn't notice anybody fail the test. To the best of my knowledge, nobody failed the test. But that was, a lot of people were stressed out about that. I was really stressed out about that. And I'm a really good test taker. There was somebody that finished the test in like 15 minutes. I don't think they told us that even if we think we know the answer, we should still double check it. And that's what I did. Like I could have probably finished the test in 10 minutes, but I double checked everything. I looked everything up, and it took me 45 minutes to do the test. But once she gave us a thumbs up, we were supposed to leave the room, and then she would, once everybody was done, then she would call people back in. What else? There was a whole bunch of stuff we had to buy. The ELD was one of the things we had to buy. We went through a whole bunch of options on, subscription services and stuff for that. I can't remember all the stuff they told us that we had to buy, but it was like non-optional. It was like, you have to have this, and Landstar not only requires that you have to have certain things, on several of the things they require that you have a very specific type of it. Like there are these safety kits, or not safety, but these security would be a better term. These little security lock kits that has like a kingpin lock and glad hand locks, airline locks, door locks and stuff like that. One of them is Warlock and the other one is Enforcer. If you have another brand, too bad. You have to have those two specific brands. Those are the only ones that Landstar allows. So you have to have that one of those kits, and it has to be of those specific brands. So yeah, it's, I don't know what to say. It was they didn't even tell us what the price of it was. I have no idea, like, if it's like a finance plan, like they take it out over 8 weeks, or if it all just comes out of my very first settlement. They didn't really discuss any of this stuff with us. I'm spending, I don't know how much money, and it's probably all going to be coming out of my first 1 or 2 settlements. So I'm probably not going to have any money that I make on my first couple of settlements. It's just, there's so much crap we went over. Ridiculous amount of stuff that we went over. What else? Okay, so real quick before I forget, why did the director over owner-operators in the brokerage at USA Truck call me? He asked me if I'd sent in my equipment yet, the ELD, and the rest of the stuff that I need to send back to them. And I told him no. I said I didn't get the address I was supposed to send it to until like Friday. And he was like, okay, do you mind if I send you a UPS label? Because I kind of need that stuff really quick. We're really... I forgot how he explained it, but he basically said that they... we're in desperate need of that equipment. They have drivers sitting around waiting on ELDs and stuff, and they're trying to get all the equipment they can. So he said that he would email me a UPS label, and I told him that I wouldn't be able to mail it out until Wednesday at the earliest. And he's like, that's fine. I was like, all right, cool. I'll get it out as soon as I can. So I thought it was going to be like LaDonna already made a sales pitch to try to do the driver retention thing to get me to stay at USA Truck. And I thought Brandon was going to try to do another sales pitch with me. But he didn't. So, and I'm glad that was not what that phone call was. So, yeah, I need to get their equipment back to them as soon as possible. What else we got going on? I can't remember. There was a lot of awesome people in the orientation class. A lot of really nice people. Most everybody was really excited to be there. There was a mix of everything in the class. There were people that had been owner-operators for several years. There were people that were just becoming owner-operators. There were people that were basically company drivers that were going through the class, and they were going to be driving for somebody who owned a truck that was leased to Landstar. There were people all over the place. One weird thing was there was somebody that was getting hired on with no experience. I didn't think Landstar hired people with less than a year of experience, but they have some kind of program that I've never heard of that this guy, he said that he went to CDL school. He's never driven a truck before, and he was there in orientation at Landstar. He was a flatbedder, and he was over in he was not in my orientation. He showed up in my orientation, and they told him that he was in the wrong orientation, and they took him out of the room and took him over to the securement class. But he was going to the Landstar owner-operator that he was going to work under. After he finished orientation and training and the securement classes and stuff, he said he was going to go out and team drive, train with that guy for 2 months. And then he was going to go solo. So, and he said the first time that he applied to Landstar, they rejected him because they said he needed a year of experience. And he went back to the Landstar owner-operator that he was going to be working under and told him that, and they were like, yeah, that recruiter just doesn't know what they don't know about this program. So apparently the Landstar recruiters don't even know that there's this weird program that Landstar actually hires people with zero experience. and they train them. I had no idea that was a thing. If I would have known that was a thing, then I probably would have tried to get straight on to Landstar instead of USA Truck. But anyway, enough about that. The lunch was mediocre. It was some kind of Italian pasta thing, but it was broken up. Like, it was chicken and then some pasta things, and then the like marinara or whatever sauce you want to call it that you put on pasta, the red sauce. It was in a bell pepper. The sauce for the pasta was in a bell pepper. The chicken was still bone in. It was just like KFC chicken, but it wasn't breaded. So there was a piece of cooked chicken with pasta dumped on top of it, and then well, not pasta, but pasta noodles dumped on top of it, dry noodles, and then a bell pepper with sauce in it. So I guess I was supposed to like pick the chicken off the bone and then mix in the sauce, and I was supposed to mix it all together. And that was not easy to do with the cheap plastic utensil that I had. So yeah, it made lunch kind of a chore. Yeah, we were given so much stuff today. I was given so many things. I came back home with, I had a box for the securement crap, the Warlock securement kit. That was a box. The ELD was another box. Then I had a big bag full of seals and all kinds of crap, resource books and stuff that they gave us, log books, the hazmat books, just tons and tons and tons of stuff. I felt like a hoarder up there at the table. I had just stuff piled up everywhere that they'd been giving me. And that was pretty much it for the orientation today. I don't really remember everything we went over. I don't remember much of anything we went over, to be honest. We flew through this stuff so quickly. She said tomorrow, the first couple of hours, she was just going to talk to us about running a business and being profitable and the correct way to run a business and stuff like that. And then, after the first couple of hours, we were going to start getting onto our computers and actively doing stuff like looking at loads and stuff like that. And she said everybody needs to bring, now in the material that I got from the orientation people on what to bring to orientation, what I was sent as far as preparing me to come to orientation is that they recommended that I bring a laptop or a tablet to orientation. It was a recommendation. She made it sound like a requirement today. She said you guys need to bring your own device tomorrow, whether that's a laptop or a tablet or your phone or whatever. You need to have a device that you understand and that you're capable of looking up loads and stuff on, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So yeah, that's going to be fun. A lot of people got not many people realized that they could get on the load board I was like the only person in the class that I'm aware of that had gotten onto the load board, and I showed several other people how to create the account to get on there, and they were all looking at the loads, and they were just like, wow, these are amazing loads. Like, everybody was really everybody that looked at the load board was really excited at the loads they were seeing. There was a lot of good loads on there. So, oh, stretchy. So yeah, it was the people in the class was a lot of good people. And there was just people at all spectrums. There were some weird noises that were happening. They stopped. But yeah, it was, I don't really know, like, what else to say that happened. I'm just like, it's probably like, I want to make this video because I just got home, or not home, but to the hotel. I just finished orientation day 1, and I want to like make the video while it's still fresh in my mind. But at the same time, I'm so tired that I'm having a hard time concentrating and stuff. So I don't know. I'm sorry. But what else? Oh, the number of loads on the load board. Like, the total loads on the load board got down to around 53,000, somewhere in that area, Sunday night. And within the first 3 or 4 hours Monday morning, it jumped up from like 53,000 loads to like 74,000 loads within 3 or 4 hours. Within 3 or 4 hours, there were like 20,000 loads posted onto the load board. Wow. I really didn't get much of a chance to look at the load board in depth today because we were so busy doing other things. And I'm so tired right now, I just want to go to bed. What else? Tomorrow, class actually ran late. So class didn't start until like right at 8 o'clock or 5 or 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. And we got out just a couple of minutes after 5 o'clock, maybe 5:05, 5:10 at the latest. But I got there really early because I was given different times on everything. I was told the class started at 8 o'clock. I was told the class started at 7:30. I was told that at the hotel, breakfast would be served at 6 a.m. I was told it would be served at 6:15 a.m. And I was told it would be served at 6:30 a.m. And tomorrow, I'm not going to bother with the hotel breakfast because all the whole hotel breakfast was scrambled eggs, 2 pieces of sausage, and that was it. You could get a 2% low-fat milk or some orange juice or something like that. I think there might have been some kind of like muffins, but as far as cooked food, that was it. The muffins were like they were like in a plastic bag, like some crap you'd buy at the not at the grocery store, but at like a convenience store or something. It was little bagged muffins or something. That was about all that they had for the breakfast was just eggs and 2 pieces of sausage. So tomorrow I'll probably just drive by some fast food place on the way in, and I'll just get there really early and eat breakfast there. And then once class is over in the afternoon, I plan on just driving straight to the house. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. And I got to figure out, like, what in the hell's going on with the trailers and stuff like that. They told us today that now something I've heard is that if you sit on a trailer without moving a load for 10 consecutive days, then trailer utilization will send somebody over to pick up that trailer. She said today that if they're really in desperate need of trailers, which they usually are, then they'll start trying to take your trailer away from you after like 7 days. And sometimes they won't call you until, after your 10th day and just ask you like when you plan on, going back out and hauling a load. And if you tell them it's going to be, in 2 or 3 days, then, they'll let you keep the trailer. But if you tell them it's going to be a couple more weeks, they'll be like, well, we might send somebody out to take that trailer from you. So yeah, they don't really have a set in stone rule. It's just that if you sit for very long without moving a load, then they might steal the trailer from you. What else? I can't remember. There's just like so much stuff we went over today. I can't remember anything. I need to go to bed. I need to get like 12 hours of sleep. But yeah, that's day one of orientation, and I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep very well last night because the walls in this place are paper thin. I can like hear people thinking in the room next to me. I think that's what those noises are. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to stay up for a couple more hours because if I go to bed this early, then I'll probably wake up at like midnight and be awake for 6 or 8 hours before class starts, and I'll start getting tired halfway through the day. I am really looking forward to this crap being over with. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to this crap being over with. And there's a whole bunch of departments that I'm going to have to call with Landstar to ask questions because we didn't really go over it in orientation. There were just some things she mentioned about how we had to do stuff, and I tried to ask questions about it, and I don't really want to get negative on this, but like she didn't know the answer. I don't want to get negative on this. But anyway, it was a very frustrating experience in orientation today. It was, probably because the class was so condensed. I think it was supposed to be a 5-day class, and it was, shortened down into 1 or 2 days, because today was pretty much orientation. Tomorrow is how to use the load board. There are people that we had in class today that are not coming back tomorrow. There were 2 or 3 people. I think there were 16 total people in class. I was not expecting that many because the YouTube videos that I've been watching of people going to orientation, they were talking about like 5 people in their class. But Fort Worth is their biggest orientation site. They said that 50% of people going through orientation at Landstar go through Fort Worth. They have several orientation centers across the country. Half of people go through Fort Worth. So Fort Worth has the biggest class sizes out of all the orientation centers. So I counted 16 people, not including the one that was in there for a few minutes and was in the wrong place and had to go over to another orientation class, or he went to the securement class. I'm not counting him. He would have been 17. 16 people in my orientation class. If, I got it. I didn't take my shoes off to make sure I got an accurate count, so I could be off by one or two. But it was around 16 people in class. And there were 2 or 3 people that are not going to be in the class tomorrow. They are not doing the load board side of the class. Excuse me. I can't think of anything else to say. I need to go to bed. So, thanks for watching. And I'm probably going to be uploading quite a few videos over the next few weeks because there's just so much crap going on. Oh my goodness, just so much stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. And one last thing. I apologize for not showing my notes and stuff like that. I just am so tired. I'm not willing to put forth the effort for this video. It took a lot to get me to do this video at all, because of how tired I am. So I'm really low effort on this video. I should have gotten my notes out and gone over them in this video and stuff like that, but I'm just really low efforting this because I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But thanks for watching. Have a good one, and bye.